sliced peaches in there, just to change of pace from citrus. Very refreshing. Because it is once again hot here in Southern California. Ice cold, fresh watermelon. And for dinner, hopefully you can see this. I have a cheese bagel, and on one side I have a single loose egg. On the other side, a homemade chicken salad that I made. It's really good with a lot of ingredients. In addition to shredded chicken, chicken breast, I put in candied walnuts, cranberries, chopped green beans, onion, Granny Smith apple diced, and a little bit of sweet onion. And it's on a bed of spinach for the most part, and on a toasted cheese bun or bagel. And on the other side, I have the loose egg. So when I flip it over, the egg will fold into the chicken salad. And if that wasn't enough, I'm gonna put some nice orange and yellow tomatoes on it. And then talk about a couple of requested topics. Should be interesting. But first, the shoutouts. I just got a comment from someone, Sarah 54754. Hey Sarah, welcome to my channel, and hope you stick around. Callum Ray, and I think I've mentioned Callum before, but I wanted to do it today because I was a little bit rushed and just getting back into the swing of things. So, hey Callum, thanks for sticking around. This is a really nice commenter and what I consider a really good ASMR friend, Jason Atwood. You're very cool, and thanks for everything. Justin Kim, man, I think I have forgotten to give you a shout out the most, maybe 4 times in a row. So, hey Justin, I hope you see this. It was long overdue. And lastly, for today anyway, I wanted to mention a new ASM artist that I discovered. I didn't discover that I clicked on yesterday, and I really like her. Her name is Whispers Matcha. I'm sure I'm the last to know these things, but it was a first for me, and I think she's just starting out. She has a few videos, but there's something there's something special there. She's bright, and she reminds me a little bit of our friend ASMR Brie, and I think if you like the type of ASMR that Brie provided, you might like Whispers Matcha, though I want to stress she is very unique and her own person. So I highly recommend. There's just something there that, and she reminds me a little of me when I started out. So anyway, and a little bit later, after we eat some food, I was requested to discuss my such as I understand it, and my experience as a person living in Southern California, what contact or what knowledge or what experience has crossed my path. I don't know if people have certain expectations, but hopefully you won't be too very much disappointed. I think you will be not surprised, but I hope that you're pleased that I'm going to be straightforward, and it's a great place to be straightforward because it's a great group of people. So let's get to eating some food. I'm talking far too much again, yet again. So on to the chicken salad. I'm going to put some yellow tomato and orange tomato. Then I'm going to take the egg and flip it on top. I think this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better, but it's going to be tasty. I'm certain of it because the chicken salad is really special. Here we go. Squeeze it in. Really, 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 really good. The candied walnuts and the dried cranberries were a really good idea. Tomato. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Set that aside for a minute. I'm going to use my regular speaking voice now for a couple of minutes. I was asked, as I mentioned, to give my perspective, I guess, as just an individual representing myself on the LGBT community. Most of my understanding and experience of it, limited though it may be, is here in Los Angeles. Let's see. Oh, before I get into it, I want to do a quick thought experiment to sort of set the stage for things. If you imagine that you're flying on a plane to Hawaii, to Maui for vacation, and the plane goes down, and unfortunately, there's only 2 survivors, you and one other person. And whether in this thought experiment, whether you're a male or female, the other person who survives is the opposite gender, and you both survive and go to a deserted island, and you're in the middle of nowhere, and you will probably never see another human being again, but you may live a different, but the chances are you can live a quality life on a beautiful island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Now, my belief is, as a male, if the person, the complete stranger, if they were female, if they were male, whatever their orientation, however they viewed themselves and how I might initially view them, my take on it is, if you are by circumstance in long-term intimate relationship with someone where both of you go through struggles together, both of you go through victories together, maybe you set up the island just as some type of paradise, but the person who you thought you'd like to be there with is not this person. I think over time, whether a week or a month or a year or 10 years, I think whatever the gender or configuration of either individual, it's my belief that they will, because connection is so important and healthy, that anyone in that situation would form a deep, intimate relationship on whatever level you gauge deep, intimate relationships, whether it's physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, all of the above, none of the above. I think you will. I think you will bond with that person, and for lack of a better term, fall in love. And I think under those very specific circumstances, people would recognize what matters most, which is having human connection. Now, that being said, I have, in my experiences in life, I have been attracted to women, and I've been involved in approximately, and I've lived a long time, so it's not that many, but I've been involved in about a dozen relationships, and about 3 of them were serious relationships. All of them were intimate, certainly on the physical level, and very much often on the emotional and spiritual level. But of those 12, I would say only 3 were fulfilled those connections in all of those categories. And in my experience, that has always happened with women. Now, that being said, I've mentioned before that during my first year of college as an undergraduate, one night I had very long hair. I was 18 and very long hair, and I used to keep my hair in a ponytail with the black ribbon forming a bow. And I was going across campus one night, and apparently the wrong place at the wrong time, and I'm pretty sure, I thought it was 6 people, but probably more like 5. They descended upon me and beat the stuffing out of me, and I remember 5 pairs of boots, all aimed at my head and other not so soft part, or other softer parts, not just my head. My skull got cracked, and I often joke in the years since that I look like this because of that beat down, but I can't really blame my looks on that. Nevertheless, at the time I thought, and subsequent, I thought it was because they thought I was a hippie, or that I had long hair, and that I'm Asian or whatever. In the years since, I think the conclusion that came to them, what with me having very long hair and a black bow and ribbon in my hair, was that I did not fit their conception of what a male student should be like, and they probably thought that that I was gay, and it's such a challenge to talk about something as difficult as that being a positive life lesson in the long run, because it sure didn't feel like it that night and in the days to follow, and for a long time. But it has made me much more acutely sensitive to what people experience, the challenges and difficulties and indignities on the one hand, and also the privileges of being so unique and so true to themselves on the other hand. It's really opened up my sense of understanding that I want to show you something. This is how I have a segment called How the World Works. This is how I wish the world would work. I really love this. It's a salt and pepper shaker. The chair is the pepper, the world is the salt, and here's the stars above, and here's the world, and every day it kicks back and relaxes, and there's no label here. I'm not looking to see if this is male or female. What I'm seeing is the world, and all is well there. It's chill. In any event, wow, I've gone way over my time limit. I hope this is still recording. Also, I should mention, I work for a large, very large medical facility. In my department alone, there are 300 clinical professionals, and we have our own liaison to the LGBT community here in Southern California. And it provides resources and information not just for the clients and patients that we serve, but also for the staff. And even if the staff have no outward connection to the LGBT community, they deal with, and we deal with, people who do. And it's important to know the resources involved, and my education in that is very limited, but I'm making an effort, and it's much easier to commit oneself to such efforts, and to see the value of that despite one's own orientation. I feel like I'm kind of rambling here. Also, I wanted to bring up another concept. I'm going to think it through and talk about it in another video, and that's the concept of intuitive attraction. It's like, you know whether you like dark chocolate or light chocolate or white chocolate. You don't really have to bring it down to an explanation as to your life experience, or some type of neurobiological situation involving centers of your brain or your nervous system, you know if you like dark chocolate, and if you know, you also know if you don't. And the concept came to me of intuitive attraction, that without really needing labels, we know what draws us to other people, and if we're lucky, we know what other people are drawn to within us. And I think that's what really healthy relationship is about, is getting to that point where those gaps that we don't know, that we get close enough to people to be able to help each other fill those gaps. So sort of to recap on everything I've said here is, my experience in my personal life has been with women, and at the same time, I can see that transcending all labels is human connection. And I use the example of a deserted island. It could be out in space if you crash landed on Venus or something like that, or it could be in your own environment. And I guess I use such extreme examples because I wanted to kind of drive the point home in terms of my own, as I said, very limited understanding. So I'm going to take a little bit more food in here, and then we'll call it a night. This chicken salad is so good. Almost choked. If you like candied walnuts, try them in your chicken salad. Well, because I'm human, I'm flawed, and I make mistakes. And in the course of my talking about the LGBT community, if I in any way diminished someone else's experience, or made them feel bad, or said anything in any way insulting or ignorant or offensive, which I'm very capable of doing sometimes, universally. But if I've done that, please understand it was unintentional and born from my own limited experiences. I just want to say that one thing I like about this ASMR community is it is, the vast majority of the time, very inclusive. And I can think of no better example than my own being here. I understand people don't know what to make of all this. I don't know half the time either, but I'm having fun, and it's meaningful to me. And if it continues to be